Guys, Season 1 is finally here, and we have so much content to cover here in the next few videos. But before we jump into today's video, if you could drop a like on the video if you haven't already, comment down below what you guys think of this one, and be sure to subscribe and support along the way here as we make our way towards 1,000 subscribers. So let's get straight into today's video. Now, today we're going to be covering anything and everything Rebirth Island. Now, as you probably already know at the time of watching this video, the Rebirth Island game mode was added to the Call of Duty Warzone playlist. It's a specific game mode called Resurgence. Trios is the only thing that's available at this point. I'll get into details on that later, but Resurgence is essentially a Trios playlist where you drop in. If you die but your teammates survive, you essentially have a countdown timer on your name, and if that countdown timer reaches 0 and your teammate is still alive, then you respawn back onto the map. So it's a respawn type battle royale, I guess if you want to call it that. So it's really fun. I actually really enjoy it, and I've got a couple wins so far in the game mode with a couple random people and also with some friends as well. But let's get into kind of the pros and cons so far as in concern of what Rebirth Island is and how it plays and everything about it. So first off, start off with a couple different cons and things that I am not a fan of in terms of Rebirth Island. First off, the bugs and glitches on this map and mode are insane. Now, Warzone was essentially broken. It's right when this game mode came out. At the time of making this video, they did disable the attack chopper, which allowed for this ghost or invisibility glitch to, I don't even know if you want to call it a glitch or an exploit. It's not cheating, but it's a glitch in the game which allows you to be invisible and no one can see you. So that was super annoying. I had a couple different games get ruined because of that glitch specifically and lose because of it. So that was super annoying and really did not make me want to play the game at all and ended up causing me to quit the one night I was playing. So that's the biggest thing. And then also there's a glitch where it caused your play or your screen to freeze and your player to freeze when you were opening a loadout. That was also super annoying and caused me to quit one game specifically because I couldn't move and died because of it. On to the next thing is the weapons that were added into Black Ops Cold War. They're super unbalanced right now, and you can't blame, Raven, who's now the one working on Warzone right now. You can't blame them for not having it perfect when they launched it, but it's really not even worth using a lot of Black Ops Cold War weapons just because of how awful they are. The recoil on the Black Ops Cold War weapons is insane. It's hard to use. The attachments make no sense, and it's unfortunate because a lot of those guns are fun to use in Black Ops Cold War, but when you have them next to an M4 that's just a laser like the Grau or something like that, it's a no-brainer on what gun you should be using. Now, there are a couple weapons like the MAC-10, the Stoner. I know some people like to use the FARR as well. There are a couple guns that are somewhat viable to use in the current meta, I guess if you want to call it. But other than that, a lot of them are just pointless to use even in the first place. Next thing is the only one game mode. Like I said, Resurgence is actually kind of fun to play, but I'm really kind of disappointed that, one, it's only trios, and two, there's nothing else that you can play in terms of this map. You can't even go on a private match. You can't do anything except play this Resurgence trios. So it's kind of on par with what Warzone has done in terms of their playlists and only allowing certain playlists at one time. Now, obviously, I'm expecting we're probably going to see some changes as we move forward in the next couple weeks of Season 1 with either different different game modes being added or multiple being available to play at the same time. We'll kind of have to see what they play out in the next couple weeks. So otherwise, last one in terms of my gripes and cons that I didn't like about Rebirth Island is it's almost impossible to get your loadout. Unless your loadout drops right next to you, you essentially have to go halfway across the map to be able to get it. Now, I understand it's a small map and it doesn't take that long to be able to get there, but in order to get there, you could have to go through 4 different teams to get there, and it's just really hard. And if you get your loadout, it's almost certain you'll be able to make it late game, but without it, good luck to you. So let's go on to the positives, because there are some positives specifically about Rebirth Island that I really do like. And the first and more importantly, and the biggest thing for me, is the pace of this game and the timing of it all. A full Verdansk Battle Royale game all the way down to the end, if you win or get second or third or whatever, can take almost a half hour in a full game. Now, a full game of this can take anywhere between 10 and 15 minutes in my experience. It's almost in the 12-minute range specifically, but it's so much quicker to play through, and it's so much easier to have a quick-paced game, especially when you're having constant action the entire time. And with the respawn system, you could face multiple enemies at the same time and have that enemy respawn on you a couple different times before you wipe out the team. So it's a good pace of constant action throughout the entirety of those 10 or 15 minutes. And the second thing is obviously a good change of pace. we played Verdansk for so long. So many people were sick of it and wanted something new. This is a good refresher for that, and will hold us over until we get the new full Warzone map here probably earlier this spring. And a couple different things, you know, in terms of the actual physical map, I really like how it's laid out. It's super fun. I never really played the Blackout Alcatraz version of this map, so I don't have a ton of experience on it, but I really like it. There's a lot of good buildings. There's obviously the Easter egg, which I'll cover in a later video, but it's really fun to play on, and I really do enjoy the layout and the buildings itself. So in terms of big picture though, I'm satisfied. I'm not happy, but I'm satisfied with how it all is playing out at this point. I do really want these bugs to get, you know, worked out, and the balancing issues to get figured out before I can, you know, fully enjoy it. And I think a lot of people probably feel the same thing. Be sure to definitely let me know in the comments down below what you guys think of it so far. But yeah, that's kind of my thoughts. I'll obviously be posting a lot of the Warzone content here in the next couple weeks as we get to play through a lot of it and get a better sense of what's going on. But I appreciate you guys sticking through this one and watching the video, and your support is appreciated as always. Be sure to drop a like, drop a comment, and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Otherwise, I will see you guys in the next one.